In America, 2 White House aides were held hostage for 2 hours today by a gunman who demanded to see President Reagan. The gunman had crashed a pickup truck through the gates of the exclusive Augusta National Golf Club in Georgia, where the president was spending a golf weekend with his Secretary of State, George Shultz, and Treasury Secretary Donald Reagan. The president was out on the course when the gunman seized 2 members of his personal staff and a 3rd hostage and held them in the club's professional shop. Twice President Reagan telephoned the gunman, who'd been asking to talk to him, but twice the gunman hung up. Radio transmissions monitored by the Secret Service indicated that the gunman was demanding to speak to the president face to face. The president, with his wife Nancy and his 2 cabinet members, were driven away from the course in armored cars after the gunman released the hostages and gave himself up. And that's the end of this special report.
It's Mrs. Reagan.
And now here's a look at Sunday evening viewing here on Anglia. At 7:15, Bruce Forsyth's game show, Play Your Card Right, while at 7:45, a poisoning case for Agatha Christie's partners in crime in the House of Lurking Death. There's a new series at 8:45, Hardcastle McCormick, featuring an ex-judge with justice on his mind. After the news at 9:45, 10 o'clock finds Clive James on television in the first of 6 programmes. The South Bank show at 10:30 features a profile of Yuri Lubimov, the controversial Russian theatre director. Then you can join us for bridge at 11:30 when Shaw Taylor helps to brush up your bidding. And with ex-wife problems for Ladies' Man at midnight, these are programmes for Sunday night here on Anglia.
When everything matters, the time, the distance, the goods, call on Datapost for guaranteed next-day delivery. We'll arrange everything. We'll collect as regular as clockwork, day and night. Goods and documents, we'll put them where you want them, when you want them. In Britain, we guarantee next-day delivery up to 27.5 kilos. Abroad, we'll get anything up to 15 kilos there, fast. So call Freephone Datapost for details. Datapost, it has the organization behind it.
If a headache's getting to you, there's a pain reliever, Tramil, in easy-to-take capsule form, which dissolves quickly but won't upset your stomach because it contains fast-working paracetamol. Tramil. It makes you feel human again. Tramil. Paracetamol in a capsule.
We're in the money. We're in the money.
There's more than one way to be a millionaire. Now the Daily Mail gives you 4 ways you could win more than $1 million with this great games card. More than £1 million with Super Snooker. More than £1 million with Casino. More than £1 million on Winning Streak. More than £1 million with the Gold Card.
We're in the money.
4 ways you could win more than £1 million. More? That's the biggest surprise.
We're in the money.
For the biggest cash prize ever offered, start playing on Monday, only in the Daily Mail.
Like most women, I like to look and feel my best. That's why the fragrance I choose is Finesse by Launthric. Unlike some fragrances, it doesn't promise eternal youth or instant sex appeal. Finesse is different. Quite simply, it makes me feel special. Try Finesse. Maybe you feel special too.
We all know Austin Rover is now on the road to success, but just why is Metro so popular? And why was the Maestro such an overnight success?
Undoubtedly, part of the answer is technology. I found car designers and computers working hand in hand. Massive machines creating body shells with pinpoint accuracy, along with one of Europe's most modern robot production lines that not only builds the cars, but tests them as well. This robot sniffer is checking that there are no leaks. Technology also helps develop the cars. This anechoic chamber is devoted to reducing engine and road noise. Performance in extreme weather conditions must also be understood, so Austin Rover create their own. It was -30 in there.
I find it very reassuring to see the technology that's going into Austin Rover cars, and it's even more reassuring when you drive them.
To go the same distance as one set of Duracell, you'd expect to have to replace ordinary zinc-carbon batteries. But how many times? Twice? 3 times. In fact, in this continuous test, Duracell outlasts ordinary batteries over 6 times. Duracell lasts even longer than you thought.
Now, how about a little bit of night music with the guests of Star Parade?